We get a chance to spend some time together once again, Bridge Nation. My name is Richie B.
You're truly DJ in the building.
And this is Top of the Bridge Up and Go. 4 hours strong. Weekdays, 6 until 10 o'clock on the Bridge 99 FM. To the world. Time now for us to go to our next feature. WTF?
What the facts? Alright. You know, say the month feet still. So here we are going. Cannabis lovers. Apparently, I never knew this, only female cannabis plants can get you high. So only female marijuana plants can produce potent high THC buds. Male marijuana plants only produce small amounts of THC and they do not produce any buds at all. Marijuana growers want to cultivate female plants because the female plants produces buds that can be harvested for their potent effects. The buds contain high levels of THC, which is the psychoactive compound in cannabis responsible for the effects of being high. Now, marijuana growers want to remove male plants from the growing area before they begin to flower and release pollen. Once a marijuana plant starts to produce male flowers, it can pollinate and ruin all of the females in the growing area, causing them all to start flowering prematurely.
Why do I get the feeling that you're talking not just from a script, but direct knowledge of the subject?
You know, sir, I'm gonna be very honest with you. You see me and say, I don't partake in the activities, but I really respect the industry itself. You understand me? Like, if I had a choice, I would. You see me? I would invest over that side. Yeah. So it's nice to know. Right. I never know that THC stand for too.
Yeah, man. I'm looking at it.
Cannibal.
Yeah, it looks like one of the longest words in our English language.
But just fly past. I was like, okay, that's THC. What THC. Tetrahydrocannabal.
Yeah.
All right, so you have to wreck a band-aid.
Yep. That's an interesting fact.
Yeah.
WTF? What the fact?
Yeah, get them all.
Alright, Bridge Nation, I know you all have been waiting for this one, and now we're upon one of Tommy Lee Sparta. Yeah, we don't know, so the man just the road down. Well, apparently the man link up with Russian and of course Valiant, and apparently they're working on new music. Of course, we know the Mobile DJ was released from prison on March 23rd after serving 2 of his 3-year sentence for firearm and ammunition possession. Now it's being reported that the dancehall star immediately began plotting his return to music after walking out of the Horizon Remand Center in Kingston and of course reuniting with his family and management team. Now on Monday, Tommy Lee Sparta shared a photo of himself with Russian and Valiant on set of their music video shoot. Now sources are saying that the trio recently recorded a new song and immediately moved to film the music video. There's a caption that says, "Sparta is back like him never left." And of course, other quotes are saying, "Yesterday we shoot the video for the new track with Valiant and Russian. Some crazy thing. First day out type track, going to run the summer." Confident words there from Tommy Lee. Now, of course, we don't have many details about the title and release date for the song, but it's being said that it will hit the airwaves. This is a key point here, Richie. The airwaves. It will hit the airwaves sometime this month.
Let's hope it's meant what it says.
Yeah. And I like this part where Tommy Lee said, while sharing the photo, positive vibes only. Hashtag working time. So, I don't know. Could it be a...
That sounds carefully calculated. I like that.
Yeah. So I'm wondering.
Yeah, man.
Airplay.
These guys are being smart about their business.
Yeah, and of course, this is not the first time for those wondering that if Valiant worked with Tommy Lee before. Yeah, man. Them have a tune out there already. The Gozo Bunks tune there.
Gozo Bunks, yeah, man.
Yeah, man. So if that's anything to work with.
But I also want to make the point that it comes back to we've been saying it, that Valiant is making some very smart moves. I mean, Valiant is it's like, listen, you over there, so me over here, so but if you want a collaboration, call me now.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
Yeah, man.
I mean,
respect
he has a song now out with Vibes Cartel as well.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, Time Heals.
Yeah,
which is a new song with him and Cartel, and he just doing the collabos as well as his solo tracks.
Yeah, man.
And that is also another way to lock lock up the industry good and proper.
Yeah.
Smart move.
Yep.
And we wait to hear that song to see if, as Tommy Lee says, it will be able to be hitting the airwaves. All right, a story that I wanted to share with you right now, coming out of New York, and this has nothing to do with Donald Trump. That's a totally different matter for later on. But a federal judge in New York has granted a Ugandan promoter permission to amend the law he filed against Mavado. The lawsuit, that he filed against Mavado over the Jamaican star's non-performance at a concert in the East African country. Guess when? A decade ago. So his name is Chenudu Ikohora, and he's of CC Entertainment Limited, and he is seeking, listen this, the return of over 100,000 US dollars, which he claims was paid to or otherwise spent on behalf of the Beat and Teach singer Mavado, as well as US $545,000 for lost revenue from ticket sales as a result of the failed concert. Now, we understand that VP Records, which acted as Mavado's booking agent for the concert via Reggae Planet, was initially included in the complaint filed in 2019. However, the New York-based company subsequently got itself dismissed from the case. That is, VP Records got dismissed from the case, leaving Mavado as the sole defendant. So as it is now, in light of VP's dismissal, Judge Margot K. Brody recently raised the issue of whether the U.S. court still had jurisdiction over the case and pointed out that both Ikorora and Mavado were non-U.S. entities or individuals. And so Brody was granted, in fact, the judge granted the promoter's request for leave to amend his complaint, but the judge also noted that the presence of only foreign parties on both sides of the matter destroys the jurisdiction established at the start of the case when VP was in fact a party. So we're going to be watching this one to see how it all pans out. Promoter is declaring that he would have lost over 545,000 US dollars in lost revenue from ticket sales and so on, most of which no doubt he would have had to have refunded. Some people looking at this will say, hold on, a decade ago, Vado, it'll get 100,000 US. That away more than now. A decade later, maybe double that. Anyway, this is something that no doubt Mavado and his attorneys will be responding to as time goes on. And if not, the promoter will join them in court as they do battle on this particular issue. We'll keep it in the loop and we'll see exactly what pans out. All right? That's it for
Update. Yes, sir.
Right now it's time for the proverb of the day. Let's hear it.
Willful waste bring woeful want.
Okay. Long time ago.
Willful waste bring woeful want.
Okay.
Willful waste. Yeah.
Bring woeful
want. Waste things.
Okay. Okay.
At will. It brings woeful want, because guess what? You're gonna need them thing the way you waste down the line, I suspect.
Oh, that makes sense.
So let's look at the meaning. Don't willfully waste what you have, or you could end up bitterly regretting what you wasted when you find yourself in need. Yeah, that is what that proverb is all about.
Yeah.
Willful waste brings woeful want. Don't let that get you today, all right? Especially as it relates to water. Yeah, remember that.
Yes, sir.
All right, it's now 6:47 and a half. It's time for us now to go to our next feature.
Yeah.
Which, of course, is the pet peeve of the morning. The pet peeves are things that people do that you find upsetting, annoying, or irritating. And we've got a pet peeve this morning.
Morning, Bridge Nation. My biggest pet peeve up on the street and see them wearing flip-flops and dirty foot.
Okay.
Come on, do something about that, man. Pick one, pick a struggle. Can't work with the two of them.
Flip-flop is a struggle.
I want to make me stutter.
Yeah. Yeah.
Flip flop and dirty foot.
Yeah.
How you deal with that one, you know? How you deal with this one?
Get the mud off of the road because she maybe stepped into some mud.
Oh, boy. Yeah, man.
I don't think that is a willful display of you know. By those persons.
No, man, have somebody about to step out, man, brazen. Yeah, man, no look down. That's real thing.
You're not talking about like the foot one look like doing some lotion.
No, man, I can't reach anybody. Yeah, man. I thought them work on the farm.
Yeah.
Yo.
From morning type of settings, yeah, man.
Like them barefoot on the farm and then them put on a flip flop.
Yeah, but it also.
Road.
You have certain instances where I kind of sue them. So, because it was like a little run to like all a corner shop and them thing. They're like, man, alright with that. But you see them like, well, out. Nah, so
no, that's a total different case. I mean, to go out like go shopping.
Have on the bossy sandals and the foot back.
That thing, no woman had left them house with flip flop and dirty foot. Them foot dirty up when them reach out the road. That's how me feel.
All right.
Advocate, yes. All right. Advocate, you know.
What?
Yeah, man.
But all right, see another case.
Stepping in some mud, man.
Yeah, but you have to carry your things in your handbag and things for make sure say, you know, if you clean up the foot because
any woman will find themselves in that position, they would have stopped someone and say, beg a little water and I just wash out my foot.
Yeah.
We'll hope so.
Yeah, man. I hope so too.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it has a ring to it, eh?
Yeah.
Flip flop and dirty foot. Where that I go?
Man said pick a struggle it is.
Listen.
Jeez.
Yeah. What's the struggle?
Wow.
Pick one.
He said pick one.
Choose between the two.
Wow.
Okay. Well, thank you for putting that one forward. And we have been telling you that we'll be having a very special guest. It's very special indeed. He's the Minister of Agriculture and Fisheries. And it's important that we speak to him at this time because, of course, the month of April is regarded as, you know what it is, Shelz? It's Farmers Month. Yeah. And so the minister will have a lot to say about that, some of the plans and activities as far as the farmers are concerned. Let's say good morning and welcome, Minister Pearnel Charles Jr. Morning, Minister.
Morning to you, great one, and morning to all of your listeners.
Thank you for joining us. Good morning. We were at the same place recently, but we didn't get a chance to even say hello to each other. We were down by Red Stripe, and I was sitting not too far from you. And
okay.
I even heard when the Prime Minister gave a little jive saying, what is the Minister of Agriculture doing here? And then somebody shouted out, cassava.
how could I miss that Red Stripe event? I would find a way, whether it's cassava or something else.
We commend them on what they're doing in terms of business expansion and we wish them well.
Definitely.
Minister, it's Farmers Month, and it's being observed all month long. Can you just give us an overview of what we can expect during this month?
Listen, this month is going to be our opportunity to salute our farmers, to encourage our farmers, to engage our farmers. We have a slew of activities that have already started. We've had the launch last week. We had a church service last weekend, and we are moving now into a number of activities, daily activities, farmers markets across each parish. We're having, coffee tasting and many different things. I mean, ultimately we want to put out a call for action. We want our farmers to use it as an opportunity to register themselves on the AgriLinkages export platform to make sure that they're putting together their farm management programs. We want every boy and girl, every man and woman in Jamaica to get out, and get their backyard farm and their churchyard farm and community farm up and running. Mm-hmm. This is our month to get more involved in agriculture and fisheries.
All right. You mentioned the AgriLinkages exchange platform a while ago, shortened ALEX. Can we get some more details on that?
Listen, so the ALEX is technology and innovation and linkages all in one. It's the first farmer-focused product delivery system which is designed to connect our local small farmers to the hotel industry and to the export services. So it's a web-based application that allows for us to have a more streamlined and organized and deliberate connection between what the farmers are producing and the demand that we have in the hotels and the export industry. So it has been working so far. But there's so much room, Richie, so much more room for opportunities. And this is something that will allow for us to be able to get our farmers to plan in a more organized way so that they don't lose or waste, but instead they're able to gain. We want our farmers to have revenue so that they can invest more, and so that children coming up will be encouraged to continue or to expand or improve in the operations that they see their parents getting involved in.
Since the start of this year, do you have any figures and numbers as to how many farmers might have gotten involved in this platform and what kind of earnings, revenue they might have taken in?
Listen, almost 500 farmers. I think it's 490 is the exact number. And more than $100 million in revenue through the Alex platform. And that's just since the start of the year, right? In 2022, we had more than $330 million sold through that system, benefiting more than 1,700 farmers and benefiting almost 700 buyers as well. Because this is not just to the benefit of the farmers. Remember now, those persons in the hotel and export industries are also benefiting, because a big part of their cost and headache is usually getting out and trying to get the consistency and the quality of the product. So this is a very smart technology that helps to grow smart, eat smart, connect smart, and reduces the stress and also increases the efficiency in farming.
All right, now, respect. Now, greetings, Minister. My name is Shelz. Morning once again.
Blessings.
Blessings, man. Now, Minister, we saw what going on the road. The food prices, they've been on the increase consistently. Yeah. Is there anything farmers can do to assist with the reduction of food prices?
So, we don't control the prices from the Ministry of Agriculture and Fisheries, but what we can do is to make sure that there is an environment of stability. So the more consistency of products and the less fluctuation is the less reason you will find that supermarkets or markets or purveyors are able to adjust prices either upwards or down. We want stability. So what we do is provide maximum support to farmers being successful, because that instability and increase in price usually comes when you have a high demand that you cannot meet. So once we are able to provide support in terms of the technical support to make the farm operation successful, resources like fertilizers and chemicals, and just the encouragement so farmers themselves can make investments in their own operation, you find that we have increased production and increased productivity, which is efficiency, and that usually results in a much better price for the consumer.
Minister Charles, the subject of onion has been out there swirling around for a little while, and I think you have come out strongly declaring the position of the ministry. What can you say in addressing that matter this morning? Are we importing onions?
So the reality for Jamaica is that we have done an excellent job in recent years in terms of increasing our capacity to produce onions, but we have not yet reached even 50% of what the demand is. And the demand is increasing because our hotel sector is expanding. So we have to import to meet that gap. However, we are able to import less once we are able to produce more. The difficulty with discussing onions in 2 minutes is that it's not a one-dimensional, simplistic problem. Because you might have, for instance, 14 weeks of growth for your onions, which takes 16 weeks to grow. And at week 14, you get a lot of rain and it wipes out your whole crop. It's a very sensitive crop. So you have to have this balance in terms of importing within a little margin, so that if that occurs, if you have beta armyworm, if you have some changes in climate, you still have onion in the market. So that's why we do import, but we don't import with a view to overtaking the local production. We import with the specific view of supporting the amount of quantity that is needed for our various sectors and for consumers in Jamaica.
Okay. Thanks for clearing that up, Minister. We're hearing from the Water Commission that we're in a drought, and we've been getting minimal rainfall. The Breadbasket Parish, we understand, has been earmarked for an irrigation project. As we look towards the summer months, what do you think the farmers might have to be doing at this time in preparation?
So, the primary goal for us is to make sure the farmers know how to protect their operation. And the best way now, in the short term, is to implement a sustainable water system, which includes water harvesting, which could be done by putting gutters on your home, even on your greenhouse, or putting some kind of catchment that carries water from the road to a catchment pond, or just creating a catchment pond. It includes, from the water harvesting, having the system to carry the water to your farm, whether it is a drip irrigation or just a hose. And it then includes water efficiency, which means when you capture the water and you carry the water, you have to know how to not waste the water or saturate your field too much so that it decreases your production. So all of those things together in a water utilization and efficiency program is what we're trying to teach and to encourage our farmers. Mm-hmm. And we have seen it. We went to St. Elizabeth during the drought and saw Mr. Wright, I believe his name was, as a farmer who had an excellent program. His ground was dry and his crops were green. And I asked him, I said, well, how? He said, because he has a targeted drip irrigation system that goes directly to the root and wastes no water. So you walk in, you think it's dry, but he's getting the water to where he wants the water. That's the kind of efficiency that we are preaching and teaching. And that's coupled with a long-term vision of having a full build-out of an irrigation network of pipes so that our farmers will be able to use it also in an efficient way, but consistently across the board, whether there's drought or not.
Okay. Minister, it's a very busy month. I'm looking at a list of activities. I see April 4 and 5, the St. Mary and Montpelier agricultural shows.
Yes.
April 10, the launch of the Prix de Larceny watch groups. 13th and 20th of April, and the St. Anne agricultural show on April 28, among some of the activities. Lots of activities, and we encourage persons to go on out and support them, won't you?
Oh, without a doubt. It's going to be fun. I mean, we went down to St. Anne recently for the 4th Club Achievement Day. It's an awesome day. I mean, this is an opportunity for Jamaica, not just to stick to our calendar of events only, but put on your own event. I mean, in my constituency, just this weekend, Richie, we had a event at Twin Palms where they were using their pond and you could come in and catch and eat for the day. It was just an awesome family fun event. So it's so much that Jamaica can do in their community, in their home, at your church, at your school. Just get involved. Get up, get involved. All of us can contribute to fisheries and agriculture in Jamaica.
Absolutely. Just to close out by going off script, I hear that there's a resignation from the other side. Any talk of him coming over, crossing the aisle?
Listen, firstly, we have to thank you for the work that he has done and continues to do. And, I believe that, he still has more to give. So let's see what happens. I'm sure that Jamaica wants to make sure that we keep persons who have constructive minds in places where they can contribute.
All right. It's early days yet, aren't they?
You heard my diplomatic answer.
I heard it very clearly, Minister. And I want to thank you again for yes, go ahead.
No, I say you've taught me well.
All right. Always a pleasure. Take care. Have a great day. And give my regards to Poppy and the rest of the family. All right. Take care. Minister Pearnel Charles Jr. there. He's the Minister of Agriculture and Fisheries.
And it's now time for Fresh Face Tuesday. Here we go on Bridge Nation. Today, we're going to reasoning with Miguel Wealthy, a general who grew up in Clarendon, with his parents and his siblings. Vertec students, the vibes, he attended Vertec, so the thing go. And he balanced schoolwork and his love for music. A lot of responsibilities forward his way because at just 17 years old, his father entrusted him with the responsibility of managing his transportation company. But here we go on, it's the thing with Miguel, music remained his first love. In 2005, he released his first single, Love Me When Me Dirty, which was produced by Platinum Records in Guyana, which of course led him to touring within the Caribbean, Europe, and of course the United States. In 2012, Richie, he changed his name to our favorite name right now, Miguel Wealthy, and he hasn't looked back since. Miguel is currently tackling domestic violence with his recent single called Mad Man. We'll go greet the general right now. Miguel Wealthy. Well, go on, welcome.
Now we are Bridge FM.
Yeah.
Even the man turn up early and make it deaf them, man.
That is it.
Yeah, we are.
Morning and welcome, Miguel.
Well, go on.
Morning.
We are very happy to meet you and to listen and learn how we can get as wealthy as you are.
Remember you there, Richie, you know, Richie. Look at it. Remember, wealth is like the legacy and the family ties, where the wealth is like a generational wealth, but you can't have wealth but you don't have the money, but you name Richie.
No,
so when the rich you have money now, current money now.
My name Richie, but it don't mean riches. Wealthy. How you came up with that name though, Miguel Wealthy? Why?
You know, based on the fact that I'm saying to myself and my peer groups, and when I changed the name, you know what I mean, from Excellent, where because a female was calling herself Excellent, but she's a dancer. So, you know, sometimes the female go on the head and do some type of things, and selector, I said, one whole heap of something. I know it wouldn't fit the description of my brand, so we're changing the name. But based on my family ties, where I grew up, I realized that my grandfather was a cane farm, and them thing there from growing up from Clarendon, because them used to do the cane farming thing down there, where, you know what I mean, a lot of lands and stuff like that. So I say, no, that is wealth. But really and truly, the wealth for me is not really just the materialistic things. It's like the message in the music. Like, I want to be an artist where I leave a legacy, where just like Martin Luther King, Bob Marley, you know what I mean, Malcolm X, Marcus Garvey, and those greats. So I want the wealth to be the message now. So I start make sure when I structure the song, it's the message in the music that's give it the wealth, and the wealth is really the inspiration. What them say, you can teach a man to fish instead of give money though, but you teach him. So him can earn for himself. So the message is really the wealth for me.
Respect. Now, I mentioned earlier, Miguel, say, you know, a lot of responsibilities as a youngster. How did you still stay focused on music, and was Pops in agreement with that? Because, you know, you have run transportation company.
No, I'll give you a joke about that, because here I go now. My father used to send me go music school, like play instrument. But when me decide now to take the music serious, when he literally realized that come like he gonna lose me now, because he been teaching me to drive from like me at 5. Like drive truck and them thing there. You understand me? So when he's thinking about he could run the business for himself because him can drive. You understand me? So when we decide to music more and because of the passion and the love, him say, you want a bus? I saw him buy me the bus. Yes. I said, go run a bus.
Still a stereo away from the music. Neatly.
You want a bus? Yes, he bus.
Is a bus you want?
So one day. Yeah. But that didn't stop you.
No. And actually, if you tell you the truth, I remember when we used to hide from school, like me, because parents them strict. So I used to go to school. My name with the farm teacher, especially when I have like a day when I know say the other classes them not really make sense. To me. To you, yeah. But it makes sense, you know, but at the time to me, I say I forgot them class because that's not what I pursue. So I used to mark my name because my parents them know I'm absent from school. So I mark my name, jump the fence, cut and reach now a jamming. Sometimes jammings have audition and mixing lab. So you as an artist have to pass audition forget do a record. You understand me? So jump the fence now, come to Kingston, and sometimes me have to reach back a country now. So sometimes I turn up in a line audition and I wait, and by the time if we wait I reach, we go get for anybody hear me. A time for go back. You understand me? So that's one of the roughest time when me I travel through journey and music, for no say you want this and you have a passion and you really love it. So I kind of put the music on pause and I deal with the transportation thing, and then remember you have a show named Island Explosion, and I said Nitikochi, because me met him at Jamins, and him said to me, say, you know, say, oh, me not see you. And I said to him, say, you know, say, me I deal with a busting for my parents, them, and I say, but you're talented, I say. I said, no, man, but this me I earn from me, alright, I'm comfortable because I have my own money. So he said, no, when you have a passion for something, sometimes you have to put some things aside, even when you gain the benefit from it. You have to make that sacrifice there. You understand me? And if you go for your goal and your dream, I'm looking to it and I say, alright, boom. Then I come and link with Sizzler them and some other people and I start do some music and then I start tour some local island and I say, wow, I saw music on the street. The first music I get money I get on like $2,000 US. I said, no man, look, you must run me and run up and down the road. We get all the piece of food. Yeah, so
now there's no turning back.
No, never will.
Yeah. With that is blessings?
Yes, sir.
All right, great. Now, so you went on that tour. That was early 2005, I think it was. You had this big hit song in Guyana, and you traveled across the Caribbean. Have you extended your reach beyond the Caribbean, like North America, Europe, the Far East?
I go Mexico, I go Panama, you know what I mean? I go Colombia, you know what I mean? And Europe, as we say, US, and most of the Caribbean islands, like Trinidad, Guyana, Barbados, St. Kitts, St. Lucia.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And we just market the music, because at the time I didn't have a management team. So what I used to do is go on the internet, research radio station, and then I contact them like it's a third party, like it's a management team. So I contact them and say, I have an artist. So I contact them as a third party, say, listen, I have an artist by the name of so and so. I would like for you to hear him hear track of him, and I send the buyer. So that's how I market myself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Clever, very clever.
Yeah, so I start get look at shows and start to get tour. I say, yeah. So now me and a management company now. So
right, you never met them call you again.
No.
Can I get them pointers?
I hope people, especially the younger artists out there, are listening and learning it. Because now we're talking about how you can become wealthy. That is a wealth of information. What are you currently working on, Miguel?
Actually, I have my EP, which is Mental Orgasm, and even though I'm doing the EP, it's like 12 tracks, but it's supposed to drop the 28th of this month, but I still drop singles. I have some dancing song like Make We Dance, Dancing Time Now, you know what I mean? And plus I have my mother song I work on for Mother's Day, where I've got to make that money for mother song. So even though I'm dropping the EP with 12 tracks, I still drop a whole heap of single.
Yeah, that's important. One of the singles that you have out there on your Madman, you're tackling domestic violence. Okay? So we can say you have some versatility with the music career. You say you can talk about dancing, parties, something for mommy.
We talk about everything.
But no, that one on your Madman.
Yeah.
Domestic violence.
Yeah. Because here one now, you see, a lot of females, you know, they end up in a situation where they think that they're invested a lot of time in a relationship. So even when the relationship starts to get abusive, they decide that they're going to stay in there because they invested so much that they want to get their returns. So whenever they think that, because a female, we break up with her for 2 years.
Yeah, man. She mentally clock out.
Yes.
Yeah, man.
So now, when she decides to move now, because she decides to say, yes, all right, now. The time now.
Yeah.
Me get back my returns and me ready for cut. That not say she find another person, you know, but she decides to cut. So when she move now, she decides to she move. You decide to say, listen, she cut with everything when me work fine. Whereas if it's a marriage, and now she divorce and she get half of everything we have, and you feel like say she stay home, and she not do nothing, and you put in all her work, and what thing she do is stay home. But I always remember a woman deserve everything.
Straight.
You know what I mean? So you as the king of the earth now, you have to decide that we create things and we get things. So you have to slow and make she go on.
Yeah, and some man just not anger that.
No, they're not anger that properly. Enough man kill a woman and kill himself, kill a picnic, kill a bag or something. So you understand? So that's why I have to do a song like that. Say madman.
Yeah.
Because they have to be crazy. You understand me? I said,
man.
Remember the ratio, you know, is like 70-30, you know. So 70% a woman and 30% a man. Because most of them in their prison incarcerated.
See there.
And who not dead. You understand me? So now, if you realize you have a ratio of 70, you must can find one or two good women if that you worry about.
Take care of woman them for real.
One or two. I see a lady right now, maybe in traffic, saying one or two.
One or two.
Come on.
No, she can't have two or the one.
Yeah. All right, where can people find you on social media, Miguel Wealthy?
It's one word, Miguel Wealthy Music on all platforms. So if you go Instagram, if you go TikTok, if you go Facebook, it's one word. I don't make it complicated. You know what I mean? Miguel Wealthy Music, that's it.
Are you concerned that people will hear the name and automatically think that you're a wealthy man and start pressure the thing? And how do you get around that?
No, the only problem what me have is me not get no help. True, me go call myself name Wealthy. Me should call myself a name like Miguel Need It or what?
Or Needy.
I need it.
Oh boy. Anyhow, you don't need to correct it, bro.
Yeah, man, it's a good look.
The future is yours. I wish you well, man.
Yeah, man, give thanks, man.
DJ Adley, I wanted to tune in. Which one do you play, Adley?
Yeah, man, the Madman.
The Madman tune? All right. Miguel, give thanks.
Madman.
Thank you very much to, of course, Kevin across the glass. Big up, Natty. Thank you very much, producer Jojo. Thank you, DJ Audley. Shelz, big up yourself. Have a great day, bro. And this is Richie B thanking the entire team, but most of all, thanking you, Bridge Nation, for your attention, staying with us all morning long as we try our best to get you up, to get you fed, get you dressed, and out to work or school or play or whatever. Easter is around the corner, and we hope it's going to be a wonderful Easter for all of us.
Yeah, man.
Right now, we just want to say in closing, aim for the moon. If you miss, you may hit a star. Words from W. Clement Stone. Take that with you today and make it a great day. See you again tomorrow morning at 6 in the eye. We'll do it all over again. This has been Top of the Bridge.
Up and go.